Good morning, everybody. It's Mark, the BOWLERHAT Farmer. We're here to talk about the white stuff. Again, it's a war what's raging on. Now, I went this morning and bought this from a little farm. A farm where they sell it out of a vending machine at the gate. Novel concept, simple. Go, put your money in the machine, out pours the milk into a nice clean bottle. Clever, eh? Imagine the simplicity of that. Milk, bottle, me take it home for an exchange of money. Sounds too good to be true. Well, I want to tell you about a letter I received, or an email actually, from a farmer who produces milk for Arla. Now, as most of you will know, Arla's copped a lot of flack in the last 48 hours for their testing. As they say, this is a new thing they're testing. A food supplement which will reduce the methane in animal farts and burps. Not that we need to, because, you know, if you understand net zero and where they're going with this, methane is a myth anyway, that we have too much of it. So let's just clarify that. Net zero is a lot of BS. Literally BS. Bullshit. Now, I had a message from this farmer who spoke openly and quite frankly, and I'm going to just cover a couple of things of what she covered in that, because I think it's important, okay, that we identify both sides of this. So Arla as an organisation buys a massive amount of milk in from very reputable British farmers. They bring in tens of thousands of litres of milk by the bloody minute. They then process it and turn it into whatever they decide that might look like. Whether that's added sweeteners, whether that's food additives, for instance, that may pass something through the system that we might eat or drink at a later date. So this farmer was very concerned because obviously everyone's saying boycott, boycott, boycott. And I agree 100%, and including the farmer who said, you know, it needs boycotting. And I think that's important because what we're going to get out of this, bear this in mind, and this is something else I'm looking at, and what worries me more than ever. For those who know what the 2030 agenda is, if you don't, then I suggest you check it out. If you know what the 2030 agenda is and what it's about, is this just a very clever ploy to, one, pull to bits the dairy industry, because we know they don't want us to have meat, and if they launch the fact that they've, you know, been using this new additive that, let's say, the general public don't like, and the general public's kickback on it is the fact that we won't buy the meat, we won't buy the milk, we won't buy the cheese, butter, whatever it might be. What's the implications? Well, the implications are the farmer doesn't sell the milk. Bear that in mind. If we go on protest and say, right, I'm not going to buy Arla milk or any of the subsidiaries under, then what? The farmer is the one who gets shafted by Arla. The farmer's already got the milk coming out of the cow. They can't do anything about it. They're already under production rights and rules to produce it and send it to Arla. I guarantee you Arla won't lose out on this. So if it's part of the plan to reduce the amount of farmers we have that produce dairy, this is a cunning, sneaky, dirty, backstabbing way to do it, Arla, and you want your ass kicked. That's my thoughts on it. Now, if it's not the case, and it could be the case that it is just genuinely that they're that naive, that headstrong, ignorant, stupid, I don't know what you want to call it really, that they have overlooked this, and it could just be a bad marketing ploy, you know, from their side, that they thought that reducing carbon gases is a good thing because it's been pushed down on them, and as big companies, they now can't borrow money unless they've got the correct carbon footprint, you know. So all these places want the farms to go bankrupt so that they can plant trees, because if they plant trees, they can get their carbon tax credits released, and that's a big thing. Is that good enough? I don't think it is. I still want British food on my plate. I still want a good pint of milk. Is it too much for me to ask? I mean, Tell me in the comments below. Tell me if it's what you want, because as a lot of you will know, we've been promoting this new website, foodfindershub.co.uk. We've been kicking that off this last few days. 500 people have now joined as members of the public. You know, I think we're up at about 60 ambassadors or more. We've had about 40 businesses register so far, which is a tiny, tiny little bit to where we're going to get, but give us a chance, because that's where the ambassadors come in. The ambassadors will go out as of this week with their leaflets and flyers and start promoting this to businesses. Those businesses will register. Then as members of the general public, you'll be able to find those things on the site. Now, let's have a think about this. We've got 500 people signed up to a website who want to find good quality food locally. Now, if you're a farmer and you're in the position that you say, well, I'm going to grow, I don't know, a field full of vegetables, let's say, but who do I sell it to? If there's a website that's got thousands of people registered on it, because we will have, I absolutely got no doubt about that, it's a really good place to advertise on the grounds that those people have signed up to say they want to buy from a farm and they want to buy good quality nutritional food. Now, I see two things coming out of this. One, the public will end up with a better product. But two, the farmers will end up dealing directly with the customers, and the consumers will be able to say to them, look, we don't want you to use glyphosate. You know, we want you to use a natural substance. You know, horse shit, for instance, cow shit, whatever it might be. Graze the animals on the field on a cover crop over the winter to kill two birds with one stone. There's ways around all this, and this is all going to start coming to light. The farmers are going to need to step up to the plate on how they want to do business in the future. If we've got 500 people signed up in 48 hours, that says to me there is a demand for what we're doing. Right, now, that's firstly. Secondly, someone said, oh, Mark, your site's doing really well. Let's just stop right there and just listen. This is not my website. Yes, I've instigated building it, and yes, the web guys are building it on my behalf, but it's not mine. I don't want it to be mine. I want it to be a collective of the community being all the people who want better quality food on their bloody plate. It's as simple as that. If you sign up, you need to have a voice, because we have not had a voice for a long time as consumers. I want that website to react in exactly the same way as any one of us can. I want it to have a voice. I want it to be in the position that tens of thousands of us can have a voice through that site. Now, one of the things which came to light with this Arla situation is just how the farmers are treated as a direct result. And Arla don't care. We can see that quite quickly, and that's a shame. And not knocking Arla here, because they're not the only big corporate that doesn't care. A lot of these corporations, it's all about the profits these days. All about the profits, all about the shareholders getting their boxes ticked and their pockets filled. That ain't for me. I want to know, can a farmer at least pay his mortgage? Is he going to be in a position, if he supplies food for this website, he's going to get paid? He can take home a wage, more than a basic wage, to feed his wife and kids, or her husband and kids, whatever it might be. Guys, we, the consumers, have the power here to build something absolutely amazing. It's underway. It's coming down the line really fast. We've added the posters for you to be able to download. We've added, the next thing we're going to add is posters that you can download if you're a business who's registered, so you can put it in the window and advertise the fact it exists, so we can advertise it more. Lots of great things are happening, guys. Have to say, but I need your help. Can you please, please, please spread the word? Like, share, spread the word. Join the Facebook page. Join the website itself. Foodfindershub.co.uk is the place to be if you want to find out in the coming weeks where you can buy food locally. Now, bear in mind, lots of the farmers are out on strike. Lots of the ports are being barricaded by tractors. There's tractor protests going on all over the country. The food's going to start to run out over the next few weeks. What we need to do is be ahead of the game so you guys don't go hungry, because no farmer wants you, the consumer, to go hungry. They just want a better deal for them and their future of their families. Guys, I'm Mark. I'm the BOWLERHAT Farmer. Have a great day. You know, it's all starting here. It's called a revolution. a food revolution.